What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Valentine. Nice to be with you again, or for the first time. I am watching the 2005 film V for Vendetta. I've heard about this through pop culture. The only thing I know about is that Natalie Portman is in it. That's the extent of my knowledge. And if you know anything about me, you know I love going into movies and TV shows blind, a fresh experience, having little knowledge as possible of the plot, storyline, etc. But if you want to support the channel further, like this video, leave me some comments down below. Algorithm, you might have heard of it. So let's go ahead and get into V for Vendetta in the early aughts, 2005, and I shall see you on the other side. Let's do it.
Remember the 5th of November. His name was Guy Fawkes. He attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. We're told to remember the idea, not the man.
Ah,
I've seen people kill in the name of them. They do not feel pain. And it is not an idea that I miss. It is a man. A man that made me remember the 5th of November. A
okay.
man that I will never forget.
All right, V for Vendetta, you have my attention. It has a literature feel to it. You can't kiss an idea.
The former United States, it's payback time for a little tea party they threw for us a few hundred years ago. I say we go down to those docks tonight, dump that crap. Who's with me?
History does not repeat itself, but it does rhyme.
No one escapes their past. No one escapes judgment. Immigrants, Muslims, homosexuals, terrorists.
Oh, xenophobia, intolerance is running rampant. It's a particular dystopian society being depicted here. Society has eroded because of postmodernism, question mark, exclamation, this movie is postulating.
Whoa! Excuse me, miss.
I was just...
It's past curfew, you know.
My uncle, he's very sick.
Oh, sick uncle is. What'd you think on that, Willie?
I made a mistake. I shouldn't be out after curfew. I know that.
Well, maybe you could look after us before getting back.
No.
See, my friend here, he's kind of sick.
Real sick. Bad case of the blues. You can feel them.
Don't touch me.
Oh, I was curious. Hey, come on. Where's the decorum, gentlemen? Chivalry.
It means that we exercise our own judicial discretion.
And you get to swallow it.
I've got your finger, man.
Oh, she's getting the picture.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Not yet, you're not. But you will be. By sun up, if you're not the sorriest piece of arse in all of London, then you'll certainly be the sorest.
Oh, that is distasteful. This movie is coming out the gates hot if this happens.
Sweat, please!
What do you think, lads?
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
The multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. Disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution.
Fingerman, pal.
Oh, how about this finger, man? My grandmother watches this, so imagine that's the middle finger.
We're off to blame in this 'tis too much proved devotion's visage and pious action. We do sugar o'er the devil himself. Spare the rod.
Oh, this movie's gonna be phenomenal. As you sow, so shall you reap, you prick.
Who are you?
Who is but the form following the function of what? What I am is a man in a mask.
Oh, I can see that.
Of course you can. I'm not questioning your powers of observation, remarking upon the paradox of asking a masked man who he is. Permit me then, in lieu of the more commonplace sobriquet, to suggest the character of this dramatis persona.
Come on, expound.
Vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. His visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands
I could not love this more than I do right now. This is right up my alley.
in vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation.
Auspicious indeed. Adventurously amazing.
His vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive, not in vain. It's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
V, very nice to meet you.
You like a crazy person.
I'm quite sure they will say so.
I'm Evie.
E.V. Of course you are.
What does that mean?
Evie like a Sunday morning.
Do you enjoy music, Evie? I'm a musician of sorts, and on my way to give a very special performance. Tonight, I intend to call upon the entire orchestra for this particular event, and would be most honored if you could join me.
I don't think so.
Nags at me. I have the sticky suspicion that he is preternaturally gifted at any instrument, not just percussion. Ah, man, this dialogue has given my brain an intellectual massage.
It is to Madame Justice that I dedicate this concerto. Tell me, do you know what day it is, Evie?
November the 4th.
Remember, remember. A certain day in November. Oh, this is outstanding.
I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. First, the overture.
Ah, shall we?
Yes, the strings. Listen carefully, can you hear it? Now the brass.
I can hear it.
He becomes Kate Blanchett in Tar. Oh. V is nothing if not one for spectacle.
What are we doing about that?
We're calling it an emergency demolition. We have spin coverage on the network and throughout the interlink. Experts have been lined up to testify against the Bailey structural integrity.
The art of politics, and the politics of art.
Crew responsible for the demolition of the Old Bailey wanted to give the old girl a grand send-off.
Though the demolition had been planned for some time, and the fireworks were definitely not on the schedule.
Controlled demolition. Does that remind you of a certain atrocity in the early aughts? I won't say it. That's a different video. It's for a different video.
Okay, lead on a girl.
Look, don't get me wrong, I love it. A cow getting crucified. It's hysterical. You'll never get it approved.
I love me some Stephen Fry.
I don't recall ever getting stood up by a more attractive woman.
Mr. Dietrich.
Gordon, please. I don't need Mr. to make this body feel any older.
Yeah, she's not without her pulchritude.
Well, sadly, after last night, I think our curfew will only get worse.
Gotcha.
Rats.
You show me ID or I'll get Storm Saxon on your ass.
He came in there playing for keeps. You hear me?
Help! Dad, what's wrong with the telly?
That's an unsettling mask he's donning. A fixed smile.
Good evening, London. I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is sadly no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat.
We gotta commemorate this. Let's do history, a justice.
Words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression.
This movie is tapping into the school of deconstruction, Jacques Derrida, and the like.
Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others, but again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
Ooh, we as a society, we're complicit, he's saying. Self-indictment. Abiding by the status quo, no matter how preposterous.
Now, High Chancellor Adam Sutler. He promised you order, he promised you peace. I destroyed the Old Bailey to remind this country of what it has forgotten.
Lift the veil of absurdity to give us a return to common sense. Is he going to be able to band them together? Say, hey, history has been whitewashed, revisionist history. You've been lied to. Let's sally forth and tear down this totalitarian regime. You hear me? All right. V is for victorious. He's a vehement victor.
Get your hands on your head.
I hadn't expected you to be quite so Johnny on the spot.
We were here before you even got started.
Johnny on the spot.
About that.
Oh. Okay. Now y'all are even, Steven. Shia LaBeouf.
The terrorist was shot and killed.
Bollocks.
From what we've been told by authorities, the danger is now over.
We have a little rebel in our family.
The terrorist is dead.
What's he thinking? Is he considering leaving her after she just saved him? For better or worse, she's stuck with him.
and she's going to be rewarded. All right, I like the ingredients of this plot. This is really bringing me no small amount of joy, and its linguistic precision. I wouldn't expect his humble abode to look any other way. Eclectic, curated, sophisticated.
My apologies. What is this place? It's my home. Call it the Shadow Gallery. It's beautiful. Where'd you get all this stuff? Oh, here and there. Much of it from the vaults of the Ministry of Objectionable Material.
God, what have I done? I maced that detective. Why'd I do that?
You did what you thought was right.
Oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
That's all we got, man. Your inner compass.
I think I should go.
May I ask where?
Home. I have to go home.
They'd imprison you, torture you, and ability kill you in the pursuit of finding me.
No doubt. Or, as they would put it, they would undergo enhanced interrogation.
I have to stay here.
Only until I'm done. After the 5th, I no longer think it'll matter.
You mean a year from now? I have to stay here for a year.
Just a quick revolution around the sun, Evie.
You should have left me alone.
Anything else on the parents?
They were interned at Belmarsh. She died during the hunger strike, and he copped it when the military retook the shed. It's nothing but bad luck here.
So we know her story. Now we need his.
I bet that's going to prove to be intensely elusive.
V?
Ah, bonjour, mademoiselle.
Enchanté.
Your hands.
Yes. There, that's better. I hope I didn't put you off your appetite.
Can I ask what happened?
There was a fire a long time ago. Ancient history for some. Not really.
How old are you, my guy? Yeah, that's kind of unsettling. There's a story there. Let's dissect it. Let's dissect it.
My mum used to read all his plays to me, and ever since I've always wanted to act. You really think the blowing up Parliament's going to make this country a better place?
There's no certainty, only opportunity.
That is the risk he is willing to take. This morass of the government.
The building is a symbol, as is the act of destroying it. Symbols are given power by people. Alone, a symbol is meaningless, but with enough people, blowing up a building can change the world.
Enough people to get behind that ideology, transformation starts. The tides of history are constantly shifting. That's for gosh darn sure.
When I arrive in the morning, the paddy will be gone. I'm looking at the tape right now. He has no idea how to like me. My nose looks like Big Ben. So, England prevails because I say it does, and so does every lazy on this show, and that includes you. Find another DOP or find yourself another job.
Conditioning, the role of news media, especially in this 21st century 24-hour news cycle, implanting ideas, no matter how inaccurate or misleading, into the audience's brain. Get them to believe anything, especially those who don't do independent research. But that can be his whole ball of wax.
Good guys win, bad guys lose. England prevails. Holy Christ, Jesus!
Oh, holy Toledo, indeed.
Commander.
Stop that. Why do you keep calling me that?
That was your title, remember? When we first met, years ago. You wore a uniform.
Oh.
It is you, the ghost of Christmas past.
Y'all have a checkered history. This is a rich film. Very rich.
Chancellor Sutler agreed, for obvious reasons, we have to keep this discreet. Perhaps a stroke. A quiet, dignified death in his sleep.
Yeah, there's no telling how many government cover-ups there have been. Innumerable.
Yes, I killed him.
I'm upset you just said you killed Louis Prothero.
I might have killed the fingerman that attacked you, but I heard no objection then. Violence can be used for good.
Violence begets violence. You know this, V. At least he's making no bones about it. The movie is called V for Vendetta. He has an axe to grind. A bee in his bonnet. Whatever transpired at that detention center, he's going to personally provide a remedy.
Put him in charge of a detention facility at Lark Hill.
I cannot recall that particular facility, Inspector, but you're welcome to review our record.
Uh-oh. For dissidents? Rebel rousers?
We all did what we had to do. And in those circumstances, we did the best we could. And that's all I have to say about that.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Is that what you're leading me to believe? The justification of tyranny, evil, torture, enhanced interrogation.
My brother was one of the students at St. Mary's. After he died, my parents became political. Protested the war and the reclamation.
The whole nine.
They were at the riot in Leeds. I watched on the television, thinking I was going to see my parents killed.
Societal chaos. Turbulence.
Evie, quick, hide!
Oh, I thought it was going to turn to that anime sequence in Kill Bill.
I never saw them again. It was like those black bags erased them from the face of the earth.
That is a supreme childhood wound right there that gnaws away at her every day.
I know it better than most, which is why I wanted to ask if there's anything I can do to help make it right. Please let me know.
If you wish.
Oh yeah, she's down for the cause, no matter come what may. She's like, this is in my blood. It's literally hereditary, this line of work. Is that her father? If so, how?
Wondering if your offer to help was still standing. I'm in need of someone with some theatrical skill.
I'll do my best.
A little showwomanship, a little zhuzh, you know what I mean? She's always wanted to act, so it's in her wheelhouse. Let's go.
My last little joy. She has arrived, but they've sent a new girl who I'm afraid is a little older than usual.
Oh.
Oh dear, she's not too old, I trust. That is for your grace to decide.
Oh, well, that's disreputable and unbecoming.
Oh my.
Your Grace.
Doubted your loveliness for an instant.
He lacks grace. He lacks elegance.
Mea culpa, my child. Mea culpa.
Yeah, dude. Let's stop this before the ball gets rolling, as it were.
Someone's coming and I think he means to kill you. And I am telling you that any moment he's going to come through that door. I unlocked the window in the room where Dennis told me to get ready.
Wonderful. It's a game I've never played.
Oh, man.
It's delightful.
Checkmate, you prick.
Reverend.
Oh my God, it is you.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Evie! Thus I clothe my naked villainy with old Ardennes.
Evie. Throwing a little... Evie called an audible, I see.
Have mercy.
Oh, not tonight, Bishop.
I don't want to die.
This is Surveillance 109. We have an emergency.
This isn't the routine buggery, is it? No diddy, no diddy.
Terrorist seems to have a rather intimate understanding of our system. Chancellor suspects there might be an informer.
Is the call coming from inside the house?
Major Wilson is a friend of the High Chancellor. His loyalty is not in question.
But mine is.
Your mother was Irish, wasn't she?
Oh, he's being compromised before our very eyes.
I've been a party member for 27 years.
If I were you, Chief Inspector, I'd find the terrorist. Find him soon.
Oh, they testing this chief inspector's loyalties, huh? And he's discovering slowly but surely that there's a little gray area in the law and what constitutes justice and crime.
Yes, well, you better come inside before someone sees you. You trusted me. It would be terrible manners for me not to trust you.
Shout out to Gordon, man. A sympathetic character if ever I've met one.
What is that?
It's a copy of the Quran, 14th century.
Are you Muslim?
No, I'm in television. I don't have to be Muslim to find the images beautiful or its poetry moving.
Yeah, I'm not insular. I've cultivated my interest. I can be objective about history and artifacts and relics.
It's a scarlet carson. They're believed to be extinct.
He leaves them at the crime scene.
They haven't necessarily gone the way of the dodo.
If you could have a look at it, any information could be helpful.
My God, he's killed them all.
All but one.
Who is she?
V is making a list and checking it thrice. You understand me?
You've come to kill me.
Thank God.
Oh, sweet, sweet relief. She's like, you've alleviated this pain, excruciating pain.
What they did was only possible because of you. I've not come for what you hoped to do. I've come for what you did.
I was given one of your roses today. I wasn't sure you were the terrorist until I saw it.
Sweet, sweet irony, Alanis Morissette.
There are no coincidences, only the illusion of coincidence. I have another rose, and this one is for you.
Da 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 da.
Am I to understand that you have read this document, Inspector?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone else read it?
No, sir.
Then let me make this perfectly clear. The contents of this document are a matter of national security. Any discussion of this document will be regarded as an act of sedition, if not a willful act of treason. You would do well, Inspector, to put it out of your mind.
Yeah, that's some valuable information. But the chief inspector, I can see his gears churning. A certain redemption, because he's been lied to. Now that he's seen the rug is being pulled out from under him, his earth is shattered. He's experiencing a new perspective. He's going to be an ally. I got the sneaky suspicion he's going to be a new ally.
The first batch of subjects arrived today, and I have to admit that I'm very excited.
Subjects, human guinea pigs, I imagine.
Nuclear power is meaningless in a world where a virus can kill a population and leave its wealth intact.
The Black Plague, historical precedent.
I keep wondering if these people knew how they might be helping their country, if they would act any differently. They're so weak and pathetic. They never look you in the eye. I find myself hating them.
Submissive, docile. Once you start to...
August the 18th. Of the original 4 dozen, over 75% are now deceased.
I'm not great at math, but that's unsettling.
There is one case that continues to give me hope. Whoever he was, he is now the key to our dream. And the hope that all of this will not have been in vain. November the 5th.
Remember, Roman numeral 5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's freaking go.
First explosions tore open the entire medical section. I was trying to understand how it could have happened. I saw him, the man from room 5. But I know he was looking at me because I felt it.
I am flabbergasted. I am enjoying this so much. This is immaculate writing and incredible execution of a premise. This is fantastic. And, you know, it is really getting to my pores, the subject matter, and how much historical precedent there is with humans being tested on like guinea pigs for the greater good. I won't bore you with the details, but suffice it to say, this is uncanny accuracy.
This is weird. The first morning I was with him, he made me eggs just like this.
Really?
I swear.
That is a strange coincidence. Although, there's an obvious explanation.
There are no coincidences if this movie is telling us anything. Oh, I love Stephen Fry so much. He's given this character every ounce it deserves.
You're out early? Something wrong? Don't look so good, sir.
You can say that again. Something is, in fact, wrong. Indubitably. No, dude. I've learned too much.
I want to ask a question, Dominic. But I need to know that this question will not leave this office.
Yeah, of course, Inspector. But because of the terrorist.
He saw the light. He's not retreating back to the darkness, to the shadows. He's been enlightened. Here we go. We're off to the races, ladies and gentlemen.
What if the worst, most horrifying biological attack in this country's history is not the work of religious extremists?
Well, I don't understand. We know it was.
AKA a black flag operation?
And maybe that's really what happened. But I see this chain of events. What if someone else killed all those people? Would you really want to know who it was?
There's the kicker. There's the rub.
Even if it was someone working for this government. If our own government was responsible for what happened at St. Mary's.
Oh, push in camera. It's an appropriate push-in of the camera.
If our own government was responsible for the deaths of almost 100,000 people. Would you really want to know?
Hey, man, that's the $1 million question. You've been sold a bill of goods, been force fed lies. And once you discover the truth and the enormity of it, where do you go from there? Ignorance is bliss. The opposite of that is whatever the opposite of ignorance is bliss is supremely terrifying.
What's all this about?
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what?
I think this could be the best show you've ever done.
Oh, we're about to get into the thick of it. There's so much grist for the mill in this movie.
No. Wow.
We threw out the censor-approved script and shot a new one that I wrote this morning.
Going rogue, are we? Gordon, we need satire. We need lampooning in this society. Not to take ourselves too seriously and speak truth to power. He goes on a rant for like 5 minutes.
The terrorist was never a serious concern.
Oh, really? Chancellor. What you say? He's not still alive and active?
Terrorist has been neutralized.
Oh, my God! The terrorist!
Subversive television right here. So pivotal. So pivotal. You need a counter current to the deception. Gordon is making many an enemy with this show. He deviated. He's going cavalier. And there will be hell to pay. And it's not a coincidence that he has a similar layer to V. Similar decor.
Quickly, hide!
History doesn't rhyme, but it certainly repeats itself.
Funny man.
Okay, this is a dream sequence, gotta be. Oh, perhaps not, movie.
No.
Oh. Requesting backup. Over. We've been compromised.
You've been formally charged conspiracy to commit terrorism, treason, and sedition.
No way it's all gonna fall on her shoulders.
You must tell us the identity or whereabouts of Codename V. If your information leads to his capture, you will be released from this facility immediately.
This is one hell of a crucible. Trial by fire.
All you have to do is cooperate.
Oh, wait. This is either one drawn-out dream sequence, or this movie has taken a radical shift. Either event, I'm on board. I am buying whatever this movie is selling. Hook, line, and sinker. This is a majestic piece of art here, what I'm witnessing. Should have watched this sooner, but you see things when you're supposed to. You know what I mean?
I know there's no way I can convince you this is not one of their tricks. I don't care. I am me. My name is Valerie. I don't think I'll live much longer, and I wanted to tell someone about my life.
This is splendid. I love what's unfolding right now.
This is the only autobiography that I will ever write. I'm writing it on toilet paper.
Which is by no means an indication of the worth of this autobio.
I was born in 1985 at school that I met my first girlfriend. I thought we would love each other forever. I remember our teacher telling us it was an adolescent phase that people outgrew. Sarah did. I didn't.
Let me guess, got sent to a conversion camp?
That year I came out to my parents. My father wouldn't look at me. He told me to go and never come back.
Oh.
My mother said nothing. I'd only told them the truth. Was that so selfish?
With parents like these, who needs enemies?
It ends whenever you want it to. Just tell us where he is.
I don't know.
She's gonna find her way out of prison like Andy Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption. I just need a poster of Rita Hayworth, then Bob's Your Uncle. You know what I'm talking about?
In 2015, I starred in my first film. I met Ruth. The first time we kissed, I knew I never wanted to kiss any other lips but hers again.
Oh, she was thunderstruck. The magnetism of love. When you know, you know. You know?
Wasn't long till they came for me. It seems strange that my life should end in such a terrible place.
Not the Log Hill Detention Center.
I shall die here. Every inch of me shall perish. Every inch but one.
It reminds me of Dr. Manette's writing in the prison, in the Bastille, in the novel Tale of Two Cities.
I'm instructed to inform you that you have been convicted, and that unless you are ready to offer your cooperation, to be executed. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
I understand you're out of your mind. You think she's gonna fold? Crumble?
No.
Very well. Escort Miss Hammond back to her cell, and then take her out behind the chemical shed and shoot her.
Inhumane. A stark display of tyranny here. I need V to come in the 11th hour. Post haste.
It's time.
I'm ready.
Look, all they want is one little piece of information. Just give them something.
Thank you. But I'd rather die behind the chemical sheds.
Then you have no fear anymore.
Integrity. Moral fortitude.
You're completely free.
I beg your finest pardon? Excuse me? Oh. The old rope-a-dope, huh? I was bamboozled. What if this was all like a simulation V conducted to test her under dire circumstances?
Hello, Evie.
Well, color me bewildered, perplexed, nonplussed.
That wasn't real.
Mr. Dietrich's dead. I thought they'd arrest him, but when they found a Quran in his house, they had him executed.
That was the nail in the coffin.
Fortunately, I got to you before they did.
You got to me. You did this to me. You cut my hair.
Right. This is an elaborate scheme.
You tortured me.
You said you wanted to live without fear. I wish there'd been an easier way, but there wasn't.
Oh my God.
I know you may never forgive me.
And does the end justify the means? Yeah, she's seeing red, rightfully so. You adopted the same strategy as your oppressors.
Alone, I hate you.
See, at first, I thought it was hate too. Hate was all I knew. It built my world, imprisoned me, taught me how to eat, how to drink, how to breathe. I thought I'd die with all the hate.
Oh, your hate can be pernicious. So insidious.
I don't want to hear your lies.
Yes, I created a lie because you believed it. You found something true about yourself.
No.
What was true in that cell is just as true now.
This is ridiculous. My head is spinning. Natalie Portman is a damn fine actor. Look at what she's doing right now. Look what she is orchestrating emotionally.
Because when they threatened to kill you unless you gave them what they wanted, you told them you'd rather die.
You faced your death, Evie.
Was willing to stand on her convictions, no matter come what may.
But you felt that.
God, I felt.
Yes.
I need to be outside.
There's a lift. It'll take us to the roof.
She's undergone metamorphosis. There's no other way. She's conquered all her demons. She has evolved. And I don't really care for the methods he incorporated, but you know, this gets one step closer to taking down this horrible regime. Rain and fire, two sides of the same coin. Oh, this is exceptional. What the fudge?
You're getting back at them for what they did to her.
What was done to me created me. It's a basic principle of the universe that every action will create an equal and opposing reaction.
A push, a pull, cause, effect.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Evie, may I ask you for something?
Okay, talk to me.
One wish I would wish to see you again, if only once, before the 5th.
All right.
How long has it been since you had her in in a simulated interrogation chamber? Has a year passed that quickly? I inquire.
I want every man, woman, and child to understand how close we are to chaos. To remember why they need us.
The North remembers, yeah, you need propaganda to keep a dictatorial, totalitarian regime intact.
Sorry, but a man in my position survives by taking every precaution. True goal of this project is power. Complete and total hegemonic domination.
The hegemony, yeah. They can quickly snowball into chaos.
It is he who suggests that their target should not be an enemy of the country, but rather the country itself. 3 targets are chosen to maximize the effect of the attack: school, tube station, and a water treatment plant. Several hundred die within the first few weeks.
Contaminated.
Oh, that's atrocious. Utterly atrocious.
Fueled by the media, fear and panic spread quickly, dividing the country until at last the true goal comes into view.
Some supreme leader on which they can ostensibly rely, even though it was his doing. Ah.
You'll do what I tell you to do. Put Creedy under 24-hour surveillance.
Why didn't you come forward before? What were you waiting for?
Well, for you, Inspector. I needed you.
Needed that one agent on the inside who's unwilling to sacrifice his integrity for a dictator. And once he came along, he could appear. Oh, man. I appreciate that logic because it suffices.
If you accept, put an X on your front door.
He sweetened the pot for you.
Still no word. What's he waiting for?
We found him. William Rookwood, the one you've been looking for. Saw your MP report and thought I'd run it through our John Doe's. Sure enough.
All right. This is some convenient timing, I would say.
William Rookwood is dead.
Son of a sat there and spoon-fed me that bull.
Had you. Yep. Hook, line, and sinker. You had him right in your crosshairs, unbeknownst to you. Ironic, isn't it? It's a tough pill to swallow.
I want anyone caught with one of those masks arrested. Give me the money! I am holding you responsible for this situation.
The problem is that...
Yeah, those dominoes are about to fall, all right. I'm more of a Papa John's guy myself, though.
One long chain of events that stretched all the way back before Larkhill. I felt like I could see everything that had happened.
The syllogism of history. A to Z. The rhyme, the reason, the logic.
So do you know what's going to happen?
No, it was a feeling. But I can guess. With so much chaos, someone will do something stupid.
Turmoil. Turmoil. Yeah, trust your instincts, Chief Inspector. Nah, you being a finger is not going to get you out of this. Freddy got fingered.
Rioters were arrested in Brixton.
Entropy, unpredictability, unrest, division, revolution. In a word, revolution. This is so scintillating. What this is doing to my brain right now. It's ineffable. It's hard to describe how good of a time I'm having.
Would you dance with me?
Now, on the eve of your revolution.
Oh, revolution without dancing is a revolution not worth having.
Socrates said that, right?
Tonight, I will speak.
Or was it Aristotle?
Security of this nation depends on complete compliance. Tonight, any protester.
Spoken like a true ideologue.
I don't even know what you really look like. There is a face beneath this mask, but it's not me.
There isn't much time I've something I must give you.
Never seen anything like it. Tanks, anti-aircraft, infantry.
We're heading towards sheer cataclysm. There's no other way around it.
And it's really going to happen, isn't it?
It will if you want it to. This is my gift to you, Evie.
Care to elaborate?
My home, my books, the gallery, this train. I'm leaving to you to do with what you will.
Is this another trick, V?
Right.
No more tricks.
He always has something up his sleeve.
You made me understand that I was wrong, that the choice to pull this lever is not mine to make. And this choice belongs to them.
Where are you going?
The time has come for me to meet my maker, to repay him in kind for all that he's done.
Oh.
You could let it go. We could leave here together.
All I want, deserve, is at the end of that tunnel.
I love this writing so much because it's so delicate, it's so involved, and it's so rich and moving and affecting and disturbing.
I can't.
In a different timeline, Evie. In a different stratosphere. His hands are tied, his destiny is sealed, his fate good googly, moogly.
I give you my most solemn vow that justice will be swift and it will be without mercy.
At last, we finally meet.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Nothing for you, Chancellor. For all the things you've done, and for the only thing you have left. Goodbye, Chancellor.
A stupendous turn of events.
Creedy.
Disgusting.
There, ladies and gentlemen, is the sea change. This changing of the sea. The changing of the sea. The waters have shifted irreparably.
It's time to have a look at your face. Take off your mask.
No.
It's Natalie Portman. It's Evie. I'll accept it. I'm down for whatever this movie's giving me. Oh. Don't bring a gun to a knife fight. Didn't your mama teach you better?
You won't cry like him, will you? You're not afraid of death. You're like me.
The only thing that you and I have in common is we're both about to die.
How do you imagine that's going to happen?
Watch this. Hold my beer.
With my hands around your neck.
You've got nothing. Nothing but your bloody knives and the karate gimmicks.
Knives out. Anna de Armas.
Now, would you have a bullet in the hope that when your guns are empty, I'm no longer standing? As if I am, you'll all be dead before you've reloaded.
Kill him.
He better have some gosh darn Teflon Don. 9 lives or something. Some kind of imperviousness. Oh, no, no.
My turn.
Your days are numbered. You're not long for this world.
Beneath this mask, there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask, there is an idea, Mr. Creedy. And ideas are bulletproof.
Oh. And now we proceed into the arms around the neck portion of the night. Oh. It's what you get for entering into his neck of the woods. That was a close race. They were neck and neck for a while. Oh, okay. Maybe he's not impervious. But that was one mighty fine piece of bulletproof shield right there. It got her done, like Larry the Cable Guy would say.
I'm finished. For 20 years, I sought only this day. Nothing else existed.
He was fueled by vengeance and passion and vigor and hatred.
I fell in love with you, Evie. Like I no longer believed I could.
I don't want you to die.
She softened him, filled that void.
Most beautiful thing you could have ever given me.
An appropriately soft piano sting there. She gave him an inch of hope, encouragement, optimism. She filled that void. Have I said this is good writing before in this video? If not, great writing.
Hold it, stop right there.
Stop. Hammer time.
You're Evie Hammond, aren't you? And it's over.
Almost.
Yeah, let her grieve in peace.
Stop. Get your hand off that lever.
Enemy is approaching fast. General, what should we do?
Call from Party Leader Creedy. Call from the High Chancellor.
Oh, leaving it into the hands of the people. Give it back to you, the people.
But this country needs more than a building right now. It needs hope.
Stand down! Stand down!
Chief Inspector was going to be on our side. I knew it, bro. He saw the light. There's no going back. Commands be damned. Forget about the chain of command. What about the chain of common sense and human decency? You bastards.
It's time.
The sun has once again set on the British Empire. Liberty of death, etc., etc.
Do you like music, Mr. Finch?
Oh. This movie's just showing off at this point. You know what I mean? Just saying, yeah, I got the guts. I got the bravura. Watch this. I love the smell of vendettas in the evening, plunged into the heart of darkness.
Who's Edmund Dantes? And who's my father? And my mother? My brother? My friend? Who is you?
Yeah. He was that spirit of freedom, justice, and equality that's coursing through all of our veins. That human instinct. Solidarity.
No one will ever forget that night and what it meant for this country. But I will never forget the man and what he meant to me.
Oh, James. The Wachowski sisters? They were at the helm. Of course they were. Oh, that's it. I'm watching The Matrix. I'm rewatching The Matrix tonight. This reminds me. Movies like this remind me of why I love them so. Why I find them to be so pivotal in our modern lives. The storytelling, the symbolism, the metaphor, the parable, the allegory. This was enchanting, nothing short of enchanting. The subject matter, the unsettling, alarming similarities to past injustices, government cover-ups, black flag operations. I won't delve too deeply because let's just say I've gone down speaking of the Matrix, I've gone down the rabbit hole many a time. And the fact that a government, such, centrally controlled government, the power is centrally controlled, dictatorships, totalitarianism, autocrats, despotism, it's enough to keep you up at night. It's nightmarish. And what the Wachowski sisters, I'm enlightened, brought to the screen here was nothing short of masterful, scintillating, brilliant. The story, and I'm getting Tale of Two Cities vibes from it because having recently read it, shout out Charles Dickens, you know, even down to the Dr. Manette leaving the, what was her name, Valerie in this, leaving the note of her own autobiography in the prison she knew she was never getting out of, and passing along that energy, that spirit of redemption and fighting back against, oppressors, the oppressed fighting back against the oppressors. This is magical. This was a majestic film. And we are with Evie. We're with Evie. We are plunged into this world of quarantines and curfews and these finger men, as I believe they were called, if I'm not mistaken, acting with impunity because they have the sanction, the subsidy, the endorsement of the government. And that's scary. That's scary. Where societies of yore have descended into, how far they sunk, and the moral bankruptcy that the history books showcases in no small amounts either. I'm only recently getting into history in a serious, all the world wars, all the dynasties, the empires, and and I'm just barely scratching the surface. So this is a movie from people who seems to have done the research and to be able to fashion it into this fable, this cautionary tale, this parable, this allegory of V for Vendetta. Guy Guy was sentenced and executed for rising up against an oppressive government. And like he said, you can kill a man, you can kill a guy, but not an idea, and have words have meaning. And I am fascinated by this movie's exploration into the concept of deconstruction, how words evolve, the synchrony, diachrony over time and in particular periods and in different contexts, the nuances of language, what lies behind the word. This has so many layers that it's hard to even try to wrap my head around it in real time, especially with a dense and a rich movie like this, to even try to formulate half an opinion immediately is a tall task, to say the least. To say the least, it's a tall task, but I welcome the challenge of trying to put the pieces of this puzzle together. The dialogue was so snappy and potent and quick fire. I mean, the the poetry per minute is through the roof. I don't know if that's a thing, poetry per minute, but if not, it needs to be invented for the critique of this film, because I was in lockstep with what it was given to me. I was willing to follow wherever it was leading, because, as is often the case with what I take to be great films, I feel like I'm in good hands. So even if it doesn't make the most logical sense, if the movie can lay out a persuasive argument, I'm on board. That's all I ask for. Be persuasive, film, even in the realm of fantasy or dystopia, whether it bears any significance to the past or not, historically, governmentally, with different political figures. And I just finished the book by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Ta-Nehisi Coates, it was called The Message. And in there, he said, politics is the art of the possible, but art creates the possible of politics. Politics is the art of the possible, but art creates the possible of the politics. And it just really stuck with me. And what this movie was tapping into was that a similar idea of a government trying to whitewash its history, this past crimes, and stoking fear and division into the populace, its constituents, the people living in the society, in a quote unquote democracy or whatever they were operating under the guise, the veil of the democracy. But really, it couldn't be more autocratic. It couldn't be laden with tyranny under the guise of giving people free choice and being paternalistic, like saying, we're doing this for the greater good, for your own good. So just comply and be submissive into something, into a way of life, into a lifestyle that's just objectionable. It's objectionable. And to have created biological warfare, airborne disease, fires, and other disasters, and saying it's from terrorism when it's on your own front porch is dastardly and reprehensible and the ramifications that a government would do this is churning. Stomach churning. But yeah, that's just off the top of the head. I was doing some chicken scratch. I've developed a talent for, as it were, talent for writing without looking. Let's see if I can decipher my own writing. I took some notes here. Wrote down the two kinds of evil. That's right. If I'm not mistaken, have you all ever heard of the Stanford prison experiment? You know, Stanley Milgram, he was the psychologist in the middle of the 20th century. I forget the timeline, but yeah, there are two kinds of evil. I think he coined this: the people that do evil and the people that watch and evil being done and not doing anything about it. And you can say that the people, the constituents living in society being ruled by these rulers or the chancellor, you can say they're complicit, and technically they are, just because they fell into the propaganda. This movie and what it's talking about in propaganda is, oh, it couldn't be more relevant with these 24-hour news cycles and the role of news media in the 21st century, and particularly in elections. So much disinformation and the epistemological, the boundary between misinformation and disinformation. And if I'm not mistaken, the latter, disinformation, is propaganda, right? Willfully, purposefully giving out bad information. But what's an argument could be made that is scarier: misinformation, like spreading news that you don't know is fake. Fake news. They tell you fake news. No, I won't do that. I won't. I'm better than that. I'm better. But yeah, misinformation, like spreading, like how it catches like wildfire. It gossip, rumor, of a misleading nature, information of a misleading nature can spread and latch on. Like, yeah, okay, the pathogens are from some foreign entity, not here. And to get people to buy into that and control what they're seeing, put a particular editorial news. Oh, your CNN, your Fox News. Yeah, you're giving information, but with a particular bent, like this happened today. And also this is how you should feel about it instead of being objective. But that's another video. I won't delve into the weeds here, man. I won't. I'll keep it light, brother. I'll keep it light. Um, cause I can go off on a tangent. Conditioning. Yeah, I pretty much covered all this. Black sites, black bags. Now I'm not getting into that. Yeah. Abu Ghraib, and it was Redolin. I think the Wachowski brothers, sisters were, they were affected, as we all were and are, by the story of Abu Ghraib, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. When American soldiers kind of threw caution to the wind with those prisoners and their methods of interrogation or enhanced interrogation or torture is what it actually was. And the pictures that came out, I remember learning about that in college and was floored. Floored. I was so unsettled by that. The images in the documentary. Thank you to my professor, Professor Barty, for making us watch that. What was that? I think it was abnormal psychology. And it dovetails perfectly to the Stanford prison experiment, which I'm sure you guys know about, when he created those situations that those volunteers willfully went into this experiment and actually started to perform those roles under stress of prisoner and guard. If you haven't, I won't go into it too, I won't pursue it, but if you haven't, look it up. SPE, Stanford Prison Experiment. I think that's all she wrote, man. I'm gonna have to do some research because this has stimulated my cognition, my intellect, and its fascination with words and its obsession over it, and how the role of rhetoric in our day-to-day lives to lay out a persuasive argument and get someone to buy into it, whether or not it's has any semblance to reality or truth, is immaterial in a certain sense, contingent upon the context. But can't kill an idea. You can kill a guy, but you can't kill what he started, what he stood for, the symbol. I appreciate that. And I really, really enjoyed this film, man. I enjoyed it. Like words can't express because I read a lot and I can tell this movie was made by people who read a lot as well. The curiosity, the intellectual curiosity, and the unpacking of historical events and trying to infuse that into a narrative of this caliber is mind boggling. Mind boggling. You know, the vivisecting of the human psyche versus the individual versus the collective, and how, you know, that's night and day. How you can get people to do something that in normal times would be what that would defy logic and common sense. But like you said, when you stoke that fear, when you get this movie's amazing, man. I can't wait. I know I said this in my last video, but I can't wait to look up after I write my review on Letterbox to see what Roger Ebert had to say about this. I've only been disappointed one time because there was this movie I loved that he just shat on, William Shatner, that he just really tore to shreds. And I felt personally attacked. Do you ever have that experience? Like when you show someone one of your favorite films and they like poo poo it, like, oh, it's horrible. Like you made it. I don't know. I digress. But I appreciate you taking this journey with me. 2005's V for Vendetta, the Roman numeral 5, V for Vendetta. I like that writing choice as well. And yeah, if you want to support the channel further, if you're watching this on YouTube, like this video, leave me some comments down below. All of it helps with the algorithm. Patreon members. Can't do this without you all. Appreciate every single one of you. All the tiers, whether you're on the tier where you get my Valentine card holders, where you get early access, the tier where you get full length reactions, or those which allow you to pick movies for me to watch. All of it's wonderful and indispensable. I'm talking to you specifically. But that's quite enough yapping. I think I've covered a lot of bases. This movie's given me a lot to chew on, but that was 2005, 2005's V for Vendetta. And as always, until we meet again.